What is going on, beautiful people? It is your girl, Christine Austin, and I wanted to jump on here, and I'm not going to say it's going to be real quick, but I'm going to try to make it real quick because it's late. Your girl is tired. I have been hustling, and I just wanted to come back in and tell you guys what's been going on. So, in the event that you are not connected on my Facebook page, this is a response to a post that I put out on yesterday. I'm going to read it to you. It's pretty quick, but I posted a picture of myself, and I'm not going to play the music, but that was the picture that I posted on Facebook. And the words on here is, the risk you're afraid to take could be the one that changes your entire life. What's coming is better than what is gone. Now, let me read where that came from so that you understand what this video is about. So as I was leaving the hotel room in Sumter, South Carolina on Friday, I had to stop and capture this moment. And today, looking at the photos from this weekend has me so emotional. 3 years ago, I was posting a live video on how I was wrongly terminated from the insurance carrier that I worked so hard for 10 years. By that regional director / manager, because I wanted to expand my insurance business by adding another carrier, which nobody actually knew about. I didn't understand why this was happening to me, but I smiled through it and kept moving in grit and grace. Crying in the silent night and smiling in the day. I chose not to speak bad about that manager, as he was doing what he felt was the best for his vision at that time. That same year, me and my squad at that new brokerage hit $992,598, or should I say, in families served. Not bad for not having a clue to what I was thrown into. 1 year ago, I found myself in a divorce. I ended up moving 4 times. Most people don't know that. Woke up one day in excruciating pain, went to the emergency room and found out that I had Lyme disease and was treated. My God, my world seemed to be crumbling down. So much more happened that I dare not put on social media. But all I could think was, God, what are you preparing me for? And here, in this moment where I was taking this picture, I am starting to see a glimpse of what God has been doing, allowing to happen in my life. The quote in the picture below, I don't know where it came from, but I actually tore it outside of one of my journals, and here's the piece out of the journal, and I still have it in front of me. While I was healing, those words spoke to me. The risk you're afraid to take could be the one that changes your entire life. What is coming is better than what is gone. Now, only God could have made all these changes and shifts in my life to open a door that had been shut at that time. Now, the door I am talking about is the door with Lincoln Heritage. Now, most of you guys that have been following me for all these years know that I worked with Lincoln Heritage. That was my first insurance carrier that I started with, and I worked with them for 10 solid years. Build agency, we did an amazing job. Found my place in that industry, in that organization, and then was, terminated. There is a video out on my page about that. We're not talking about that today. But what I am talking about is the fact that there have been so many changes in my life and around my life that I would have never expected. And one of the major changes was that the owner of the group that I was with for the first 10 years was, I like to say, early retirement. They got an early retirement, right? And so because of that, now there's a new regional director that has taken over. And I say God is so good, because 3 years ago when I was terminated, right? That regional director, who now has taken over, reached out to me and had even asked me that if I could move into their territory, he would rehire me. And I was like, man, that was huge. And I'll never forget the conversation that we had and him telling me, you know, whatever you do, do not mess up your contract with Lincoln Heritage, even though I was terminated. But because of the way that the business is, I was still receiving my residual income from Lincoln Heritage every single month. And so if you do something against the contract, like go and write policies, like take business that I already wrote and write it with another carrier, that's against the contract. And I wouldn't do that anyway, because I've always believed that Lincoln product was the best, right? Now, granted, it's not the cheapest life insurance, but it's not the cheapest life insurance, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of cheap policies that just won't pay out. Let's just be clear. And I've never had an issue with any of my policies, whether I was working with the company or when I was not active with the company, that didn't pay out, right? Solid company. And so every single year, even though I've been doing very well on this side, on the broker side of the business, every year I had a meeting with that regional director, because we weren't bitter. There was no anger. You know, we still break bread and we'll talk about the different things that was going on. And I still was like, listen, I want my contract back, right? There's no reason why I should have lost my contract. And so now I have my contract back. Now, of course, I'm not happy about what happened in order for me to be able to receive my contract, but that has nothing to do with me. I have my Lincoln Heritage contract back, which also means that all of those beautiful clients that I served and helped for the last, 10 years, I was gone for 3 years, but all of those clients are now back to my clients. So I can legally go back and reach out to them and talk to them, let them know that I'm back. I'm so grateful to be back, but I'm grateful so much so with the leadership. I am now connected in with UBI, Universal Benefit Corporation. They are down in Sumter, South Carolina. It is Dr. Wilson Sr., Ted Wilson Jr., and I think she's president, either president or vice president. Please forgive me. I don't know. I'm getting it all together. But Erin, the sister, oh my God, they are amazing. And they be praying when they call, y'all. Prayers. Now, y'all know I'll be over here telling y'all know about my Jesus, right? They don't, it's not like super religious, but they do pray. They believe in God first, family second, and career third, and that they are the examples of that. And I have had the opportunity within the last 4 weeks to spend some time with them, to meet with them, going up and down the road. I'm going again next week. I'm going to be back down in Sumter, South Carolina for a week. And I'm going down to the boot camp. And oh my gosh, when I tell you all of the things that they do as a company, I'm just like, I am overjoyed. I am overjoyed, because I remember before I would have to do all of the training. I did everything. You know what I mean? I did the boot camp. I did the training. I was on the phone calls. I was doing all of the things. And they have a system. Everybody's learning the exact same thing. And people that know me know, I say it all the time. If you have a system, you cannot fail. If there is a system that you can follow, a system that we can follow, individuals can then come in, follow the system, and they can grow. And if they don't grow, it's because they just don't want to grow, right? Being a broker, I'm not going to say that I've not enjoyed it, because I have, right? But I am that type of individual that I'm going to jump in, I'm going to learn what I need to learn, and I'm going to do what I need to do to get it done. But to be able to train the masses on multiple carriers that have different underwriting, it's a lot for a lot of people. And so many more people have not been successful because of that. And I stopped hiring, y'all. Y'all know I put out there 2 years ago, I am done hiring, because it was burning me out. Whereas when I was with Lincoln, it was no problem. I had no issues. I loved it. It's one product, one carrier, one page application. Your final expense, your modified. The family support service is amazing through the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society. Y'all, I'm excited to be back. I am excited to be back. So I received my agent number 3 days ago now. At the time of this video, it was 3 days ago. And man, I am so grateful for the opportunity to come back. I am grateful for my name to have continued to be in the rooms of millionaires, right? Billionaires and individuals that know my value and see what I can do and provide and want to help. Can I say and want to help? We can't do it on our own, right? We cannot do everything on our own. And I'm just honored. I'm honored and I'm grateful, and I am ready to do I've been doing the work already. Like, I've been over here waiting like 3 years. Like, listen, when I get this number back, because I kept saying I'm going to get my number back. I kept telling people I'm going back to Lincoln. I'm going to get my number back. And another thing, outside of the God-fearing, the spirit on these individuals, man, I'm like, they got God all over them. Y'all know I'm a spirit led. Like, I can feel energy. And especially the fact that I'm not drinking, man, I'm so clean. I feel everything. And they are amazing. And then to be at the home office and to meet all of the individuals that's working in their office in Sumter, South Carolina, that have been with them for over 30 years. Now, come on, y'all. Now, you know, it's hard to find good help, but to find and listen to these individuals that have been with this family for so long, and then to go to the first Friday, and it's in the morning, and no drinking, no partying, no cutting up, none of that. Okay, it's in the morning, 9 to like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and so many of the agents that I had an opportunity to connect with that have been with this family, with Lincoln Heritage, with UBI for over 15, 20, 30 years. That speaks volume. People don't leave the companies, they leave people. People don't leave the companies, they leave the people, because the carriers are going to pay you, right? The ones that I know about. I have heard that some people said they had a carrier that didn't pay them. I don't know anything about that, but the ones that I've been blessed to be able to, service through, no problems. They pay you, right? But it speaks something when there are individuals that want to stick with you, right? I do the 5-year rings. This is the one that I did get from Lincoln Heritage. And then I copied it, right? So for my team, I do a 5-year ring, because if somebody can stick with you for 5 years, that's a big deal to me, right? The 6 figures, I don't want to say it's easy, but I want to say that's easy, right? If you're really following the system, you're really putting in the time, the effort, and the energy, you're really, becoming an expert in whatever product you decide to sell, you're going to make the 6 figures in this industry. But being able to stick and stay, now that is something that is a huge deal. And so I have several agents that have their 5-year income rings or 5-year ring with me, and I thank God for that. But to be around the individuals again that can I say they have training? Can I say, and it's not overwhelming, but everybody speaks the same language. Okay, I said it. So that's the news. I am back with Lincoln Heritage. I am super excited about that. And man, and I'm gonna tell you why it is such a blessing. When I was terminated, it was because I only added one other carrier. I only added one carrier, and I hired agents that had other carriers. One of the managers is the one who gave me the carrier that I had. One of the managers with Lincoln, with this team that I was on, gave me the contract. But it was just something about, they did not want, and not Lincoln Heritage, but the management, they did not want me to have another carrier. And now me coming back, because Lincoln Heritage is not captive. The managers or your upline can opt for it to be captive because they, you know, depending on how they want to run their organization. And I understand, because you can get out here thinking that you are going to be able to help everybody, and you think that you are not going to leave any money on the table, and you leave all the money on the table because you don't grasp everything that you need to be the best broker that you can be. I am not saying that you cannot make a lot of money. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that it is not really for everybody. Yeah. So, this agency, UBI, they definitely, Lincoln Heritage, 99%, right? They focused on Lincoln Heritage, but they do have another carrier. And so, that is the one other carrier that you would need, like if you had the children, right? And you didn't want to get them a final expense, that you're able to get them a family plan. So they do have another carrier that you can work. That was like all that I ever really wanted. And I was like, what? I get Lincoln and I get the one other carrier, right? And so, man, I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited about that. I'm excited to, wait a minute. I don't even know how I didn't even talk about the freaking leads. They're exclusive. That was one of the things that I definitely missed from the beginning, was the leads that are exclusive to Lincoln Heritage. They are high intent. They're high intent. So people understand that, you know, you are coming to see them for that product. Now, do they fill out the forms 2 and 3 times? Sometimes, absolutely. I mean, they do. And sometimes it's a matter that the agent got the lead and didn't go out and work the lead right away. And so another, you know, couple weeks went by, they got another form, they filled out another form. So you need to work the leads. Like, I understand the system, and I understand so much more now that I have been out in the streets as a broker for 3 years, because I've dug in and I've learned a lot. And I'm so grateful for all of the information that I've learned from all of the different carriers that I have. And even about 1.5 years ago, I trimmed all the way down. It was like, it's not even necessary to have all these carriers at all. So I had already stopped hiring on the broker side. I already stopped writing with all these different carriers. I already toned all the way down. And then this happened. So it was like everything was happening. People were being moved out of the way. Relationships, not just the marriage, but other, you know, just relationships and things that were just moving out the way, and giving me that space to go to the coaching, right? Going to different seminars, learning more about what I needed to learn for business, for mentorship, for motivating and inspiration, which is something that I do automatically anyway, but just really honing in on that. And then thinking about how I really want to run my organization. Because with Lincoln, oh, I'm hiring. I'm absolutely hiring, because this is something that can be very focused. I do not want, and I'm not hiring agents that want to come in with, you know, a ton of carriers. I don't, because I already understand where that goes. I already know, right? I want individuals, and I'm looking for individuals that are tired, right? I'm all about this reviving and thriving. Yes, revive and thrive. Life now. It's my agency is still Life Now. It'll always be Life Now. Living in full expectation, never ending opportunities within. But I am hiring. Your girl is hiring. And that is my superpower. It is mentoring, motivating, inspiring, training, loving on people, helping you make money. I have so many people that have made 6 figures under my leadership, and I am like, yes, that is something that makes me excited. I'm always excited when somebody else can grow or learn or get paid from something that I've been able to help them with, right? Because I'm a giver. And so, being that I am single, I have a lot of energy and time to give to my squad. And so if you are listening to this, you may be somebody like I was in the beginning, who never, ever, ever even thought about being a life insurance agent. Give me a call. Send me a text message. Get on my calendar. Let's have a conversation to see if this is a good fit for you. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m., we have an opportunity Zoom that you can jump in and learn about this opportunity with, oh my God, Lincoln Heritage and OBI, as well as, of course, the Life Now Insurance Group, which is me and my squad, and see if it'll be a good fit for you. There's a reason that I'm excited to be back. It's a big reason why. And I would love to be able to share, you know, all the ins and outs about that one-on-one. All right. So hit me up. I am hiring. I am not hiring in every single state, but I am hiring. And I'm hiring in more than just one, right? Because I can, right? And that's the beauty of this new organization. Of course, in January is going to be, and I don't know the time you're going to watch this video, but in January 2026, you know, more territories are going to open up where we will be able to build in. But do not delay. Don't wait. If something in you is like, I want to know a little bit more, reach out to me. Reach out to me. We are blowing up, and quickly. 412-609-6264. It is time to revive and thrive now. 412-609-6264. I look forward to connecting with you soon. And yes, I'm excited to be back with Lincoln. Peace.